Good evening, everybody. So again, my name is Lanell Smith. I'm a native Memphian. I'm a son, a brother, an uncle, a friend, a student, a teacher, and like many of you all, I have a full-time job that I do during the day. So I have the incredible opportunity to serve as the regional recruitment manager for an organization called Education Pioneers. So each day I'm charged with recruiting diverse emerging leaders in the sector who have a genuine passion and interest in education and believe that all students can succeed. And in doing that, I have a very strong responsibility to make sure that I'm recruiting applicants that are culturally diverse and ethnically diverse and represent the communities that we serve. Because we find that to be important for all students because the communities and the society that they'll go into as adults is ever-changing, ethnically and culturally. And so we have to make sure that they're prepared to do that, prepared to work in those spaces once they leave education. But even more importantly, I believe that as education leaders, we're responsible for tapping untapped potential in culturally diverse applicants within the field who have an interest. Across the nation, 50% of students identify as students of color. The vast majority of the teachers and educational leaders are primarily white. While we've become a more diverse nation, the inequity and the injustice for students of color have endured. 63 years after Brown versus the Board of Education, our nation's schools are more segregated than ever. In a study conducted by the Coyer Leadership Partners and Education Pioneers, it was identified that many of those, or us, that work in the education sector truly value and understand the importance of diversity, so we say. Because very few of our organizations have significant numbers of people of color in leadership positions, and we lack measurable, culturally responsive practices to improve racial and ethnicity diversity within our spaces. There's a gap between intention and action when it comes to diversity in the educational sector, especially on the leadership level. I liken it to when we get a text message from our friend or our family members and we look at it and then we think, oh, we responded to that, or at least I thought I did in my mind, only to realize we didn't at all. And usually it causes some huge consequences depending on who that text was from. And so many times we make up things in our minds and we believe them and we think we've actually done something, when in actuality we've done nothing at all. Intentions matter, but actions are more important. For minoritized students, educational leaders of color can provide strong role models significant for identity development and future aspirations. The challenge is ours. I'm on track. Students of color, represent 39% of students in Tennessee's K through 12. As I scout through the South to find emerging leaders to enter the field, I meet several graduate students, and before I can even say what my name is, what organization I'm with, what I'm looking for while I'm there, I usually get this really magical phrase, and it usually starts out like, I am so passionate about education. I just love education. I really want to help and give back, but I don't want to teach. So usually after I connect with them, I get to know them a little bit better, I start to agree with them. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad you don't want to teach because I don't see it for you, and I don't see you as a teacher. Well, at least that's what I say in my mind. The point I'm getting at is that we've done a great job at emphasizing the need for teachers and building awareness around that need, specifically for the need for male teachers of color, because teachers are the most important people in the sector. However, we must build an equal awareness around the non-instructional opportunities that the sector has to offer, especially for aspiring undergrad and graduate students and current professionals of color that want to enter the field in non-instructional roles, especially those that have high-need skill sets in data, analysis, operations, strategy, program management. If we're honest, if we're truly honest, we can admit that we have biases that impact what we choose to advocate for, gather data on, report on, analyze, emphasize, de-emphasize, prioritize, and more. This is why it's vital that we bring talented leaders, and especially leaders of color, who reflect and deeply understand the communities we serve, who have the skills to thrive in educational leadership roles outside the classroom. This is an incredible need. We have to develop more culturally responsive practices to recruit and retain educational leaders of color. Diversifying educational leadership and retaining those leaders will not happen on the wings of our good intentions. We have to move towards action. Intentions matter, but actions matter more. Thank you.